Hey there everybody, welcome to a video that is all about schedules, and this is a pretty important one because of the shows we're going to be talking about today.
Yep.
CBS did its version of an upfront in these sort of bizarre times that we're in, where they announced their fall schedule, they talked about the summer schedule. We've got everything from discussion on the future of Big Brother, Survivor, Amazing Race, NCIS, Blue Bloods, a lot more. So if you love any of these shows, I think you're going to want to check this video out. And before we dive in, if you guys do like this discussion, remember to give us a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other updates.
Okay, so the big question on the table is, are we going to have Big Brother this summer or not? We have gotten this question so many times in the comments, and we wish that we had better answers for you guys. And we have something today. It's not confirmation, yes or no, but it's optimistic. So we have a statement that was given to Deadline from CBS about Big Brother, saying basically that they are optimistic about it. Now, there have been reports out there that it's been canceled for the summer or whatever. It's just not true. We're not at that point. They are still optimistic that they might be able to get something together. But, you know, what that's going to look like, what's it going to look like? I mean, we're in such strange times right now.
And it's a weird situation, and I know that there have been some very crazy ideas that have been thrown out there on this channel, including virtual Big Brother, which I don't seriously think they're going to do. I think there was a time I said California Big Brother, and the comment section exploded at me, so I don't think they're going to do that.
Probably not, although, I mean, come on. Well, I'd rather have any Big Brother than no Big Brother. You can give me all Texas Big Brother or all New York Big Brother. At this point, I just want Big Brother, and, you know, the house is in California, so whatever, man.
Yeah, I was just thinking, okay, what would be most convenient? But I think ideally they want Big Brother to happen. I think we have always believed that CBS, they are a very proactive network, and this is a time in which everyone is trying to think about the most creative solutions to problems possible.
Yeah.
With that in mind, my theory, and just a theory, I could be very wrong, it's just that I feel like once more tests become available, I think maybe mid to late July, somewhere around that period of time, they might get the wheels starting to turn on this. They might come up with a way where you test everyone going into the house, you test the crew members who are going to be around each other, you maybe restrict the amount of crew members that are kind of actively around the house or in contact. Maybe we have some really low rent challenges like on Big Brother Over the Top or something. You can do it though if there's enough testing and if you can actually make sure the cast and the crew, that's the most important part because they're actually, traveling home, that those people are safe.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I mean, I even just got a message today from my dad about Big Brother being like, is it happening? Is it not happening? And he's just like, oh, just test everybody and throw them in the house. And I totally get that mentality of, yeah, test everybody, throw them in the house. But you do have to think about the crew. There's, it's a big production. There's a lot of people working on this to make it happen. It isn't as simple as just throwing everybody in the house.
First of all, I do not know if there is a bigger Big Brother super fan than just his father.
I know, right? He loves it.
Yeah, I think
him and my stepmom, they're huge fans.
Yeah, they're chomping at the bit, and a lot of people are. Like, I cannot wait for us to be here in the middle of the summer and like being up to like 3 a.m, losing our minds about trying to figure out what someone with a bullhorn is doing outside the house. But these are the things that I love Big Brother for. As long as it is safe, I would love to have it back this summer. I still lean a little bit towards it. I think it's possible they may do Love Island too, but, I'm pretty sure that about 90% of you are not here to listen to us debate the future of Love Island Season 2.
Yeah, it's such a strange time, and things are just slowly opening, and we've seen things kind of slowly opening and then going sideways. I mean, we just don't know where things are really going to land.
And that is kind of the perfect segue into talking about everything this fall. Because this is, my theory is that Big Brother will maybe start maybe late July, early August, and CBS will push back the start of their fall season. Usually it's late September.
Yep.
Maybe they'll do it in mid to late October, somewhere around there. Maybe late November if they can. It brings us to the Survivor conversation, because it was only mere days ago. I think both of us were pretty steadfast in the, how in the world are you gonna do this and like fly people out to do a season of Survivor and get it on the air in the fall? Like, how's that gonna happen?
Yeah, I mean, in general, they were kind of like, see you in the fall. And I was like, what? Really? How is that possible? It's not filmed yet. Nobody can fly anywhere. There's nothing that would allow this to happen. Of all the productions, Survivor was the one that I was really positive was not going to be coming back till next year. I just don't know how to make something that big and that global actually happen safely.
Well, actually, I'm hearing now from Jeff Probst that this is going to actually be, welcome to Survivor from my billionaire friend's beach in Malibu.
Yeah, right?
And they're just going to put everybody there. The jurors are going to stay in his billionaire friend's house.
And Jeff will be back in his garage being like, hey, guys.
Yeah, tribal council said it's Jeff's garage. That's how we're going to... No, honestly, we're joking around, but the reality is, the show films in Fiji usually. International travel doesn't exactly seem like the best idea in the world right now.
No.
Maybe you find a way to find a local location, something like that, but I almost tried to pretend like they didn't even say see you in the fall after the finale because I just didn't believe it, but...
Yeah, well, on top of that, I wonder, unless you're like a real risk taker, if this was a situation where it was like, hey guys, everybody, we're going this fall to do this, how many people are going to be like, you know what, I'd rather not do that because it's just not safe enough. Of how many people would they really get to come out for this, and how small the pool is going to be, because other people would be like, you know what, I'll just wait till next season when things are a little more secure, a little more safer, there's more tests, maybe everything has been taken care of by then. So I kind of wonder, like, what's the casting pool gonna look like of people that are willing to risk their health for this?
Honestly, that's not something I'd ever thought about until this very moment, but I think it's true where... I know it's a lot of people's dreams to go on Survivor, and I know people would love the opportunity to do it. I mean, I've already said that I have no interest. I would be voted out immediately, but...
Yeah, but are you willing to take the chance that you could die for it?
That's the problem with it, and I think people would have to seriously think about it. And I think if I was somebody who was anxious to go on the show, even if it was my dream, and I had been applying 20 times or whatever... I would want to see, like, some sort of actual comprehensive plan from production as to, okay, here's how we're going to test you. Here's how we're going to test the crew. Here's all the different steps we're going to take to make sure. Because it's sort of like you should be able to focus on the game if you're out there. You should be trying to find ways to screw over people you were working with previously. You shouldn't be worried about if you're going to catch something and then your health is in danger.
Yeah, and I'm very curious to see how they think that this is going to be pulled off in this amount of time. I mean, it's almost the end of May and things are still not open. The borders are still closed. You guys need to get filming, and I just don't know how they make that happen. So good on them if they're able to get it done safely, but I am still in the camp of 50-50 if that's really going to happen. It just mostly feels like to me that they're trying to be optimistic, and that's a good attitude to have as long as it's all actually all right.
Yeah, that's the weird thing is like the CBS is putting the schedule out for fall, and it's fall, it's all tentative, but I feel like they want people to have hope versus Fox and the CW that were basically just like, all right, we're going to save all of our shows until next year, and then that's going to be it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, fall technically doesn't end until December 21st. So could it be a situation, are we going to go into, the end of September and NCIS is actually going to be back? Or is it going to be fall and there's this huge umbrella that we're really not going to see it till October or even November? Because again, everything is just kind of up in the air.
Yeah, it is, and you mentioned NCIS. And NCIS, they at least have some good things going for them, right?
Yeah, I mean, they could Technically, I mean, they did this with the whole Ziva episode where it was a real skeleton crew of people that were there. It was just in Gibbs's basement, just the two actors. Could they maybe for the first few episodes just scale back production and when it's actually safe, and instead of going out on location, doing things that are in spaces that they know that they've done their best to clean and keep safe, and the people that are going in and out have been tested. So you've got Gibbs's place, or you've got, the bullpen, you've got the NCIS offices, all of their offices in there. I know that it may not make for the most visually stunning NCIS, yeah. But if the stories are good, then it's okay, and you can get away with stuff like that.
It's a challenge, right? And you have to try to embrace the challenge and just do the best with what you've been given. And I think also your idea here could probably work a little bit, because I know when we spoke to Frank and Gina Monreal, the executive producer, co-executive producer, earlier this year, they sort of indicated that everything was kind of in a time capsule, and I'm sure at least a lot of the sets for some of the episodes that they were planning to film have probably already been put together, have probably been built and prepared in advance, so that is all kind of still there. So I think they could probably come back, do a couple of episodes. Like, I'm more optimistic about NCIS, I think, than some other scripted shows, just because it's out here.
And the other thing is NCIS is a machine. Yeah. We're going into season, 18 now? Like, they have been doing this show for almost 2 decades. I feel that they are a machine. They are able to get through what they need to get through and get the episodes together in a fairly timely fashion. So normally, I would think that they'd probably be back to filming sometime in July. Maybe if this time around they're not able to get back until August, late August, or even September, that they would still be able to maybe get something together for October. It just, again, it all depends on what's happening in the world. Are things, knock on wood, going to get better or not?
And I think the thing that CBS is at least doing that is reasonably wise is they sort of have a stack of reserve shows. It's sort of like their just-in-case lineup. Yep. Like we saw Amazing Race, which there was a time period where they had announced it was going to be on this Wednesday, and, we would have probably been here doing a cast preview or something at this point.
Yeah, we were really looking forward to that when they said that it was coming back, so soon.
Yeah, I know, and we were ready to go, but now it's pushed back. It's going to be this fall, potentially after Survivor. It's going to go Survivor, Amazing Race, which, by the way, would be an incredible Wednesday night lineup. I would give me every single second of that.
Oh, for sure. But I mean, if not, could they then double up on episodes of Amazing Race if they can't get us Survivor?
It's a smart idea, because Amazing Race, for those of you who haven't heard, they filmed this a long, long time ago. They have been sitting on this season forever. If I was the winner of this season and I was just waiting to get my grand prize money for however long it's been, it feels like they filmed this well over a year ago at this point. I would be so mad. I would just be punching the air and yelling, "Phil, bring me my money!" And it's just sort of
I don't think that's going to help bring them the money.
Yeah, and I don't think Phil ever brings you the money. But, this is my pretend land. This is all I got right now at this point, 2 months into all of this.
So Blue Bloods also on the fall schedule, which, again, was a little bit surprising, especially because they film in New York, and New York is the worst. It's having the worst troubles with everything that's going on there. So I was very surprised to see that, but at the same time, I kind of wondered if it could be a bit like NCIS, where, we have Danny and Baez out on the streets doing, all their detective work and working cases. But for the most part, the rest of the cast, we can have Erin either in a courtroom or in her office. Those are places and locations that they use over and over again. So again, that same idea, you can make sure that it's as clean as it can be. Everyone's tested in and out of there. You got Frank's office, you've got the dinner table, you've got down at the precinct where Jamie is and Eddie is. There's a way to get around this. Again, it's all going to be about storytelling. Can you tell a good story with just a few locations? I think they can.
I think something they could do with Blue Bloods in particular that would be really interesting is, what if they just did a multiple episode arc that's about a court case? Danny and Baez maybe have to testify in.
Yep.
And they could be working on preparing that at the precinct. And then
Yep.
they could go to the courtroom. And maybe Jamie actually has a role to play in this as well. And if you do that for a couple episodes, maybe by the time 3 or 4 rolls around, you can start to move outside a little bit more. It's like you said, everything is going to have to be creative. But CBS is taking a pretty bold approach. They're not giving up on this fall just yet.
Yeah, because we've seen Fox's schedule, and they are not taking any chances at all.
Yeah, they've got I think maybe The Masked Singer is going to be back this fall, but otherwise, yeah, CW is just like acquiring things from other countries, and then also airing Swamp Thing, which was canceled a long time ago. So
yeah, and CBS is like, we're not having it. Everything is coming back, including Survivor.
Yeah, including Survivor from Jeff's friend billionaire's house. Like, this is where we are right now. But anyway, this is what we're thinking about this stuff right now. Hopefully the world is safe and we can have all of this, because rest assured, we want to be on here talking about this stuff with all of you. It helps to keep us all sane and it's fun. So anyway, what do you guys think about what CBS is planning? Do you still think we're getting more Big Brother and Survivor this year, let alone NCIS, Blue Bloods, and everything else? Be sure to share in the comments, and if you do like this video, give us a like, subscribe, and you can support us further by checking the link in the description to the store, and we'll see you here next time.